A large crowd gathered in Trenton Thursday to protest a bill that would extend many of Governor Murphy's COVID-19 executive orders, including an order that children wear masks until December 30th of next year. The bill passed, but Governor Murphy says he is willing to reconsider the school mask mandate for the fall. Welcome back. This strange COVID school year is finally coming to an end, but parents, teachers, and administrators are already thinking about next year. Our Kimberly Kravitz spoke with administrators, teachers, and parents who are wondering if they can finally ditch the masks after this year. Kimberly.
Finally, after 15 months of masking up, New Jersey is able to move forward both indoors and outdoors without a face covering. Unless you're a student. And by the looks of it, that mandate is not likely to change anytime before the new school year.
None of the schools want to hear us.
Frustrated parents have been marching around the state advocating for their children to be unmasked in schools.
My kids should not have to sacrifice air for an education.
And so right now what we're asking is for the school board members to be brave. We understand the answer to the governor. Ultimately, the decision comes from him.
Some argue that there is no evidence that the mask stops the spread of the virus.
I'm a nurse, and there's just no medical reasoning behind it. Masks are to protect you from getting blood spatters, inhaling dust. They do not protect against the virus.
You know, the hypocrisy is now where you can go anywhere but schools and prisons, ironically, and have to wear a mask. And if you keep your kids behind plexiglass, you mask them, you have police in schools, what is our school then? You know, it's a prison.
Governor Murphy argues that masks are needed because there are no authorized vaccines for children under 12, which is why some parents are more comfortable with their child wearing one.
I would prefer that he wear a mask to school and that his classmates did too, because they're too young to get vaccinated.
People are dying still in the COVID. So I prefer that, in my opinion, they have to get a mask.
They're reluctant to let these students go to school without wearing a mask. Do you agree with that?
I think so. I think, you know, I have an experience. I had some family members, a family member that died from the virus.
But how did the children feel about wearing masks all day?
It gives me headaches, I get nausea, it makes me uncomfortable, I get sores. And also, it's just, like Mom said, they don't protect against viruses.
It feels like I can't breathe a lot. It feels sweaty in the mask because we go out to play, and then when you get in, your mask is all wet.
I'm too scared to ask if I could take it down.
And as one superintendent said here on Jersey Matters,
there's been studies about CO2 for the elementary school kids. The reason why kids would feel very sluggish after lunch wasn't because they had gym, is that there was an elevated CO2 in the classroom.
Governor Murphy says that students and staff will still be expected to wear masks in the fall. However, the governor said he is willing to give up his emergency powers, but only if a bill is passed that keeps the executive order in place, even if the public health emergency is declared over. Assemblyman Brian Bergen weighed in on this piece of legislature.
It's a pointless bill. So literally, the governor, this bill could get signed, it takes away some executive orders, but the governor the very next day could declare another public health emergency and take all those powers back that a governor has had so much unilateral authority for so long, and that there have not been three equal branches of government for the past year.
Some superintendents, such as Dr. Parlapinides, have reached out to Governor Murphy, asking him to please end the mask mandate for students. And the governor's response is, we are only in June. How should we predict what should happen by September 5th? So for now, we will wait for the governor's next directive. Reporting from Ocean Township for Jersey Matters, I'm Kimberly Kravitz.
All right, thank you, Kimberly. Next on Jersey Matters.
Doctors at Hackensack University Medical Center are urging patients to come in for their annual wellness exams. They say in some cases it can help save their lives. More on that story next.